Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go! 50, plant. X3, 218, chopper. We got chopper like alpha. Bang, bang.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, alert 3. Check nickel.
Ready?
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Take a break.
Mike spot 4. 3 bud.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught at the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run it with Carson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, exit.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Herbert. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
5.
Here's McCaffrey.
Check 43.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one fielded at the 5. Tyler Lockett. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Bullet high.
65. 65. Check.
Check. Rock it.
Joker.
Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. L.J. Collier in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
You ready?
54. Mike's 54. Watch the screen.
General West.
Watch the safety crease.
Go.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? It got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Zipper! 5.
Back to throw. Herbert, he'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Down. 70. Indy. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 on the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Ready?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off play action. Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 17 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Gano for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Y'all playing the wrong hook.
To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check, 59. Let's go, Hattie. Let's go, Hattie.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
$14.
On 3rd down, Wilson rolling to his right, looking downfield for Jones, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Now Scarlett. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Scarlett on the carry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 38.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. He gets it to Thomas. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st down, Herbert. His throw incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set 30 base.
54, right, 54.
They gonna need some therapy. Greystone, Travis.
36.
Hey, Wahoo! Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
2nd and 6. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Under 10. Under 10.
Hey, 0.
Cut.
Check the back.
Check 52.
This is Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check 44.
Go.
Now it's Carson. Evades him at the 20. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Mike. Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Hey, alert.
Watch twins. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
25.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Switch.
Shift.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Oh, yeah.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal.
Myers' kick is good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Got it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about where they're off.
And it's a fumble, and the Seahawks have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They run again with Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming. They run for it with Carson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Panthers will get the football back. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Deep river.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
218, chop.
Check 6 guys. SOS.
Bravo.
SOS.
Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Got it. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Draw play. This is Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 3. Keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And out of bounds right around the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Wilson wants to throw it to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Throwing again here. Wilson dancing to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A good pick up there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. Herbert. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. A final score now from Chicago. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. On first down, it's Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll find Metcalf. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Herbert. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go! Get it!
1 final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one has gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guy